Good morning, friends. In the previous lecture, we discussed one problem on dot product and cross product. Today, we are going to discuss three coordinate system of electromagnetics. These three coordinate systems are frequently used in all of the units. That's why these three coordinate systems must be understood properly. So before going into the details of coordinate system, let us understand what is xz plane, what is zy plane, and what is xy plane. Although we have covered Cartesian coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system, and spherical coordinate system in previous lectures, but here in this lecture we will go through the pictorial view of this three coordinate system in three dimensional. Okay, in the last lecture I discussed this three coordinate system on the board. Now here on the PowerPoint I will explain you this three coordinate system one by one. Also we will try to compare the differential lengths and other details of these three coordinate systems. Now for example, this is your x-axis, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this is your z-axis. So what is ax cap then? Ax cap, and this is origin point. The coordinates of origin are 0, 0 and 0. So how will you show the ax cap? Unit vector of x direction, unit vector of x-axis will be written in this fashion, will be shown in this fashion. Somebody may write ax unit vector of x in this fashion, ax, or somebody may write ax cap. So this is positive ax cap. Why positive? Because this unit vector whose magnitude is 1 is in positive along positive x-axis. Where is negative x-axis? Negative x-axis is like this. This is negative x-axis. So if you show the unit vector along negative x-axis, then it can be drawn in this fashion, and you can write down this unit vector along negative x cap in this fashion, negative x-axis in this fashion, minus x cap or simply minus ax. So this is regarding unit vector along x direction. Similarly, unit vector along y direction will be, you can denote it by ay cap or negative minus ay cap along negative y-axis. Similarly, az cap is along positive z-axis, minus az cap will be along minus or negative z-axis. Now we will understand or we will learn what exactly xy plane is. Xy plane is nothing but the plane in between x and y axis. X axis can go up to infinity, minus x axis also goes up to minus infinity, y can also extend up to minus infinity, z axis can also extend up to plus infinity as well as minus infinity. For example, my negative z axis is up to minus infinity. Okay, so the plane means the plane surface. This plane surface is in between x and y, that's why it is called as xy plane. So xy plane, as this x axis and y axis are infinite in length, that's why xy plane is also infinite in this direction as well as in this direction. So here in this picture you find xy plane to be very finite, but in reality xy plane is infinite in this direction as well as in this direction. It is also infinite in this direction. So it is a plane surface. This surface is a plane surface which is infinite. Okay, it is in between x axis and y axis. So y axis is also in negative direction, negative y axis is also present, that's why this is also this is also your xy plane. So what is zy plane then? Yz plane. Yz plane is a plane surface. This plane surface in between y axis and z axis. Where is y axis? Y axis is this positive y axis. This is negative y axis. In between these two, this is a plane surface. This is a plane surface. So total this will be a zy plane. So zy plane can be infinite in this direction. It can be infinite in this direction, and it is also infinite in this direction. This is also infinite in this direction. So it can be again understood with the help of this. Suppose this is x, y and z, x axis, y axis and z axis, x, y, x, z. So this is the xz plane. This is the xz plane, plane surface. It is infinite everywhere, straight. Okay. Similarly, this is x and y axis. So therefore, this is xy plane. It is infinite this side, infinite this side, infinite this side, as well as infinite this side. So hope you understood this xy plane, yz plane and xz plane. Now we already covered this Cartesian coordinate system. Let us take a review of this. Cartesian system deals with coordinate x, coordinate y and coordinate z. So that's why the unit vectors along these three axes are ax cap, ay cap, az cap, or minus ax cap, minus ay cap, minus az cap. So three differential lengths in Cartesian systems are, we already covered this, dx, dy and dz. Okay, dx, dy, dz. So what is the differential surface then? ds, what is the differential surface along x direction? ds x bar, ds y bar, ds z bar. How will you find out this? We have already covered this in the previous lecture. Multiply remaining two differential lengths. So what exactly these differential surfaces are? Differential surfaces are means it is a very small surface which is almost, its area is almost tends to, its area of this ds z bar is almost 0. That means it is just a point. Okay. Now how will you locate a point using Cartesian coordinate system? You require three planes. Constant x plane. This is constant x plane, you can find here. This is constant x plane. Okay, constant x plane is cutting the x axis like this. Constant y plane is cutting the y axis like this. Constant z plane is cutting z axis in this fashion. I already explained this particular concept in the previous lecture. So you please refer that particular video. You will understand what exactly x equal to 2 plane is. For example, this is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis. For example, here is 0, 1, 2, x equal to 3, x equal to 4. Okay. Suppose here is x equal to 3, then if I introduce a plane surface like this, then it will be my x equal to 3 plane. X equal to, now it is a 3 plane. Why? Because x coordinate of any point on this plane, x coordinate of any point on this plane would have x coordinate as a 3. So x equal to 3 plane. Similarly, if I cut a plane surface on z axis at 2, then it will be a z equal to 2 plane. So in order to get a location of point P, then in this coordinate system you have to intersect three planes. Similarly, in cylindrical coordinate system, we already discussed, in cylindrical coordinate system 3 planes are required. Which are those 3 planes? Which are those 3 planes? R plane, then theta plane and phi plane. Please refer the previous video lecture. 3 differential lengths are dr, d phi and dz. Okay, dr, d phi and dz. 3 differential surfaces are ds r bar, ds phi bar and ds z bar. Okay, so how to obtain these differential surfaces, that is also covered in the previous lecture. Now here you can find the first, the cylindrical coordinate systems are denoted by three coordinates r, phi and z. Third coordinate is z. Sometimes this first coordinate r is written in this fashion by rho, like this. Okay, so some books denote the first coordinate by this symbol. Some books denote the first coordinate by this rho symbol. Okay, both are the same. What exactly this r is or rho is? Rho is nothing but the radius of cylinder. Okay, consider this outer surface of this cylinder. What is the radius of this point and radius of this point? Radius is always measured from z axis here. That's why radius of this point and radius of these points are same, because both points lie on outer surface of the cylinder. That means the first coordinate, r coordinate of these 2 points are same. Similarly, r coordinate of this point is also same with this. That's why this outer surface is called as r equal to constant plane. Suppose the radius is r equal to, now in this case suppose it is 4. So how will you denote it? It will be r equal to 4 plane. This outer surface, cylindrical surface, is now called as r equal to 4 plane. Suppose the radius, this radius of this cylinder is 6, then the outer surface will be r equal to 6 plane. Why? Because the r coordinate of any point on this outer surface will be 6. Similarly, what is the second plane? Which is the second plane in this case? Second plane is phi plane. Phi plane is nothing but a plane surface which starts from xz plane, and this angle created with this plane is phi plane. You please refer the previous video of this cylindrical coordinate system. Here in this particular lecture I just wanted to show you, by intersecting the r plane, phi plane and z plane, we can get a point like this. Okay, this lecture is not intended to explain you 3 planes and comparison of these 3 coordinate system. This lecture is intended to show you how the 3 planes can intersect so as to get a point in this coordinate system. Okay, in spherical coordinate system, which are the 3 coordinates? The 3 coordinates are, the first coordinate is r, second coordinate is phi, second coordinate is theta, I think theta, yes, theta, correct. Second plane is, second coordinate is, second coordinate in this case is theta, and third coordinate is phi. Theta and phi are denoted in different manner. So first plane required in spherical coordinate system is r plane, second plane is theta plane, and third plane is phi plane. So r plane in spherical coordinate system, the name indicates the first plane is formed with the help of sphere, and r indicate the radius of that sphere. So whenever sphere is there, the outer surface of the sphere is nothing but r plane, and theta plane is nothing but the angle, this outer surface of this right circular cone, outer surface of this right circular cone, outer surface is nothing but constant theta plane. So why theta plane? What is theta? Theta is the half angle made by this right circular cone with the z axis. How can you open this theta? How can you increase this theta? You expand this right circular cone in this direction, you expand in this direction, you will find that theta angle gets increased. So theta can be maximum, as theta is a half angle, that's why it can be 0 to up to 90. Okay, sorry, 0 to 180, that means 0 to pi. So this is a theta plane. For example, I want to find out if I want to find out the theta coordinate of this point, suppose this is your point P, what is the theta coordinate of this point? So you have to extend this, you have to expand this particular right circular cone in this direction, so that this point P will come on the outer surface of this right circular cone in this fashion. So the point P is on outer surface, and by expanding this particular right circular cone, theta is also increased. So whatever angle you find here, that will be the theta coordinate of this point P. Okay, and phi angle is nothing but angle made by this phi plane with this x z plane. This is xz plane because this is x coordinate and this is z coordinate. So this angle made by this plane surface with xz plane is nothing but phi coordinate of, or phi is equal to constant plane. So phi plane, this particular phi plane can move from xz in anti-clockwise direction, again it goes back to xz in anti-clockwise direction. That's why phi angle can vary from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. Why 0 to 2 pi? Because this phi plane can start from xz plane initially, and it can move in anti-clockwise direction up to back side of xz plane. That means it takes complete revolution in anti-clockwise. That's why phi angle can vary from 0 to 2 pi, but this theta angle can vary from 0 to pi. So here this particular diagram shows you how to get a coordinate of any point P with the help of spherical coordinate system. With the help of spherical coordinate system, obviously you require r equal to constant plane. I just mentioned you in some of the literature, first plane r is written in this fashion with the help of rho. R and this rho, whenever you encounter in this particular electromagnetic subject, both are the same, but I will denote it by, generally I denote it by R, but as the PPT is made up with the help of screenshots of PDF file of the book denote it, the first plane, as R. So here the first plane is R plane, second plane is theta plane, theta is the half angle, and phi plane is nothing but phi plane. This, if you intersect all these planes, you will get a point. Okay, so what you have to remember in this particular three coordinate system is the what you have to remember in this three coordinate system: three unit vectors. What are the three unit vectors of Cartesian system? Ax cap, ay cap, az cap. What are the three unit vectors of cylindrical coordinate system? Ar cap, a theta, a phi cap, and az cap. In spherical coordinate system, ar cap, a theta cap, and a phi cap. Second thing you have to remember is the differential lengths. Which are the differential lengths in Cartesian system? Dx, dy, and dz. Differential lengths in cylindrical coordinate system: dr. Here you see, sometimes I pronounce it as dr, but sometimes they show it by d rho. Dr, you have to pronounce it as r, no problem. R d phi dz, dr r d phi dz. Okay, dr r d theta, r sin theta, d phi. Third thing you have to remember is differential surfaces. ds x bar, ds y bar, ds z bar is nothing but the differential surface in x direction, y direction, z direction respectively. How to obtain this everything I have covered in the previous lecture which I uploaded on YouTube. This is all about 3 coordinate system. Thank you.